Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Triple SC podcast. I'm your host, Matty Buckman. I haven't got Blade with me today. His missus is a bit crook, so he's at home with the little one. So yeah, it's just my head tonight, people. So yeah, we'll get into it. Just from the scores last week, I got 11.35 last week, which not a great score. Put me back to 800th, so I'm actually ranked 800th at the moment. So yeah, not great, guys, but yeah. Hopefully, the last 2 weeks have been not great weeks for me. So hopefully, this week I'll pick it back up a bit and hopefully at least stay in that top 1,000 and hope for a strong run home after 17. So that's the plan. What have I got here? Okay, yeah. So probably won't be too long a show with just my head here tonight, people. But I'll give it a crack. I'll run through our leagues and stuff. So obviously I've got the Finchy Fiddlers League, the group. I'll run through the groups first, the two groups, mine and Blades, and then I'll run through the leagues. Other way around. I'll do the leagues first, then I'll run through the groups. If it's going to come up and load. I'll try this one. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get these bloody groups to load. They don't seem to want to work. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that to load, guys. Here we go. So this is the Finchy Fiddlers group. So I'm on top in that one. Blades coming second with the easy beats there. Matt Champ Cheese is third. Lightweight Aiden 69's fourth there. And Gay Guy Loves the Huss, Peter is fifth in that one. And Blades got the grudge match group league. So we'll run through his league. He's got Gary the Gaz Members is first there. And then I'm second in that one. And then Day One Roosters Tony is third. Brokeback Hines with Jonas is fourth there. And Bent Like Fergo's Nose John is fifth in that one. So that's the groups, the leagues. We'll run through the two groups. Obviously, the group codes are up the top there, guys, flashing across the top of the screen there. So they're the groups there. I'll just run through the Kings of SC, obviously, for the boys. And we've got the Queens of SC for the girls there. So the Kings of SC, we've got What's Dewey Hing is coming first there with Alex. Male Violence Inc. with Martin is second there. Joshy Finch's Kids is third there. Cleary Stag. Ashley is fourth there. The Purple Cobras, Brock is fifth there, and I'm coming sixth in that one. So top six in that league are all in the top 1,000. So that's good, that league there. And then obviously we've got the girls. We still need more girls. Any girls who want to jump in? We've still only got 5 or 6 girls in this league. So we've got On The Beat Pete with Peter. She's first there. And overall, she's 210th. So she's going really good. Leanne Foreign Ice is second. Sugar Girl Storm Alicia is third there. All We Do Is Win Talia is fourth. And we got Katie is fifth there. So yeah, we still need a few more girls there, guys. Alright, so that's that one. Alright, so I'll just run through our trades, guys. And or my trades. I'll see if I can remember Blades, but yes. So mine, I went you and Aiken. Obviously, Aiken's out this week. I'll just run through a bit of news there while I'm doing that. So obviously, Lukey's out with that injury. Luciano Leilua left the Tigers. So he's gone to the Cowboys effective immediately. So have to see what happens there, both with the Tigers and Cowboys. So does he come straight in? How many minutes is he going to play at the Cowboys? And who's gonna fill in that spot for the Tigers, and how many minutes are they going to play? So keep an eye on that one, guys. As I just mentioned, Aiken's out with that HIA, so that's his second one this year. So yeah, I've actually traded him this week. But Curran's back for the Warriors this week, so keep an eye on his minutes and see how he goes there. Obviously, Pappy was named on the extended bench this week, but then he's been ruled out this morning. I seen he was being ruled out. One of the boys put in the chat that he's got COVID, so he's gone. He won't be here. But yeah, obviously he'll be back next week. So that's just with that. Grant Anderson also. With Grant Anderson, obviously he's filling in on the wing there, but with Pappy due back, obviously Pappy comes back this week, and hey blood, what's happening, bro? So he'll be back, Pappy, next week, which probably sees Anderson drop out, and Nick Meaney probably go straight to that wing. So just keep an eye out there with Anderson. I know he had a big score last week, and you can watch him this week. It's only his second game, so he won't get a price rise till next week. But yeah, a lot of people jumping on him hoping he's going to play 17. But yeah, just watch out for that one, guys. I think Meaney will go straight back to the wing, and Anderson probably misses out once Pappy comes back next week. So yeah, just keep your eye on that one. And Finucane is on the extended bench as well, so we'll have to keep an eye on. I've got McGuinness, so obviously we have to keep an eye on what sort of minutes that affects McGuinness, how that affects his minutes there, and what's going to happen there going forward. So we'll keep an eye on that one too, guys. That's about all I've got there. So yeah, my trades, I went Ewan Aiken to Campbell Graham this week. Obviously buy coverage with Graham and Aiken being out with the second time in, I think it's only a matter of 6 weeks or something. This first one was not that long ago. So yeah, obviously with him out, yeah, I've gone that trade there. Brought Graham in. Obviously he's been solid, good base. Rabbitohs he's back on the left there. Rabbitohs look to have some sort of spark there again. Not to the effect that they were last year, but let's hope. Yeah, he's got a solid base, Campbell Graham, and I know they got a tough run home, the Rabbitohs. But I think, I'm going to stick with him. He'll be a holding a keeper for me, which I'll talk about shortly. And my other trade, I actually nuffed Payne Huss, just with that other shoulder injury now, and it's the opposite shoulder. It's the right shoulder this time, and he done the left last time, or vice versa. So yeah, he's running around with 2 busted shoulders now, the big fella. And then obviously with Origin stuff coming through or coming up, obviously his minutes are going to get affected. He's playing busted, so yeah, I'm going to trade him, and I look at it as in I've got Max King there, and I've got IPAP and Lolo up front already, so I'm sort of covered there. So I've brought in enough in that Viliami for feeder, just because he's dual. So I've got a dual enough there that I can fiddle around with. So I've still got a solid front row in IPAP, Lolo, and Max King there. So that's why I've gone that enough there. And that gives me 450k in the bank. So I'm halfway to Pappy. To Pappy. If I do that, so the plan is, my plan's changing every week, but this week the plan is to hold Ezra through 17 and hope he makes another 150k, and then I'll cash him and use that cash I've got in the kitty, and I'll bring in Pappy, so that'll give me Cleary, and I'll bring Nico up from fullback. I've got Nico at fullback. I'll bring him up into the halves with Cleary, so that'll give me Cleary, Hines, Munster, and D Brown for the run home. In that halves and 5/8 spot. And that's probably there's 2 of my reserves every week, pretty much covered there with them blokes. So that's the plan there. I need to bring in probably one more. I think I've got I'll just have a look here while I've got this app open. I think I've got like 8 or 9 at the moment. Yeah, for 17, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got 8 at the moment. So I'm looking to bring in. Oh, that's not including Peoples. Maybe he gets a run for 17, so that'll give me 9. So yeah, I've still got Peoples there as enough in the back row. So yeah, that gives me a few there. That I can, yeah, I've got 8, so if there's only probably 1 or 2 more I'll bring in and give me 10, and I'm happy to play with 10 if I can get 10 for that buy round, because I don't want to bring in blokes that I'm not going to keep now for that 17. You want to bring in keepers pretty much from now on. I've set my side up fairly well. I know I've had a couple of bad weeks, but yeah, I've sort of just captain's choices and reserves choices have let me down. I've left a lot of points on the pine the last couple of weeks, and buy rounds have burnt me a bit. So, but I'll just run through my side, guys, so you've got an idea of where I'm at now. So I've got Grant and the Cheese at dummy half. I've got, like I said, IPAP, Lolo, and Max King up front that I can play around with there. I've got Crichton, McGuinness, Tago, Maddo in the back row. Obviously Tago's dual, I've got him there so I can flick him up and down if I need to, or swap him around with someone if I have to. Then yeah, obviously I've got Cleary and Mam in the halves at the moment. Munster, Brown at 5'8". I've got Garrick, Graham, May, and I'm playing Karaz this week in my starting 4, just with the Tigers matchup. He scored a double against the Tigers last time he played them a couple of weeks ago, 4 or 5 weeks ago or something. So yeah, I'm going to play Karaz this week. So I've still got Talakai and Suwali on the bench that I'm not even playing this week. So yeah, and I've got Teddy and Nico at the back. So my reserves will be Teddy, Dill Brown, Maddo, and probably, I shouldn't say I'm not playing Talakai, because I'm sort of undecided. Maybe either play Talakai or Maxi King as my last reserve. Yeah, I was thinking about putting it on Ezra. He's looked good, but they got the Storm. Yeah, so I don't think he's going to score that, 70 or 80 point score this week against the Storm. So yeah, I won't play Ezra this week. So yeah, so that's where I'm at, boys. If anyone's watching, you want to comment there, Talakai or Max King as my last reserve. I've got Suwali there as well, but they play the Eels, so obviously they're going to get beat, the Roosters. So yeah, we've got Talakai or Maxi King as my last reserve. So that's where I'm at with them, with that there. Yeah, so also anyone, if you want to comment, guys, anyone that I might be missing for that buy round, for that round 17 that I might have flown under my radar a little bit and I haven't sort of mentioned or anything. Yeah, throw them in, because I do need a couple more that might be keepers. I'm not looking for shit kickers. I'm looking for blokes that are possible keepers for the run home. So yeah, so that's where I'm at, boys and girls. So obviously down the track, like blokes like Suwali, Karaz, Ezra, obviously, they're all blokes that I'll cash out to find that cash for Pappy, and then obviously I'll try and bring in another centre wing there probably, or a back row. Obviously Olakau'atu would be nice if I can get to him. Maybe after 17 I might be able to get to Olakau'atu. So that might be an option for me after 17. So it's Blade team there. Talakai. Play Talakai. Sharks play the Titans. Yeah, good choice. Yeah, good option. That's probably the way I'll go. Dogs got the Tigers, but I don't know. I'll see how I go. I'll have a think about that last reserve there. But yeah, trades, run home. I haven't got the scores from last week, guys. I forgot to bloody screenshot some stuff this week. Some other shit going on and forgot about doing that. So yeah, but what I'll do, I'll just run through the game, what games are played on what days, and so we know, for vice captain options, obviously. Tomorrow we've got the Dragons and the Rabbitohs. That's at Wynn Stadium. I was going to go in there, but it's fucking freezing cold this time of year in there, and I'm not dragging the kids in there, so forget about that one. Me and Blade were actually supposed to go up with, with Benny, catch up with Benny at the Roosters Eels game this weekend. But again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get there. I got a late one. I got 2 games of footy this weekend. We got a late one in the afternoon, and then the missus' night shift, and yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to that one either. But we will try to get to that one, Benny. If you're watching, we will do our best, mate. But yeah, I don't know if we'll get there, mate. So yeah, obviously, yeah, you got Dragons and Rabbitohs on the Thursday. Yeah, obviously, just with that too, with Campbell Graham. So obviously, with Stags hurting his shoulder and playing like a busted ass in Origin last Wednesday. So yeah, Campbell Graham could be called into Origin there. But yeah, I'm more looking going forward. Yeah, and if you don't play 17, well, so be it. Yeah, and then on the Friday night we've got Manly and the Cowboys, and then you've got the Storm and Broncos. So could be a couple of good games there. Depends what teams turn up. Obviously the Broncos are busted. They got a few out there, so yeah, could vice captain any of them Storm boys in that game. If you're looking to VC an earlier game there on the Friday. First game Saturday, you got the Sharks and the Titans. So obviously another VC option with Nico in that game there. With the Titans not playing too crash hot there. That was the first game Saturday. Second game Saturday, you got the Warriors Panthers. So another one that could get messy. That's probably going to be my captain option there. I'm guessing. Well, I'm pretty confident the Panthers are going to fucking put plenty on the Warriors. Sharks put 30 odd on them last week, and Nico missed 10 goals or something stupid. So could have been easily 40 plus just from there. And they didn't look that great against them either, the Sharks last week. So Panthers turn up as the Panthers do, and yeah, this could be a 50 plus score. Who knows? So yeah, I think I'll captain Cleary this week. And then yeah, obviously the last game on the Saturday, you've got our boys Panthers and the Roosters. So even if we don't go, we'll be getting amongst the alcohol on that afternoon for that game. Then yeah, first game on the Sunday, you got the Raiders and the Knights. Yeah, so that'll be an interesting game. Not sure where that's played at, that one. I'll say there. Yeah, then you got the Dogs and the Tigers. Another interesting one. I think actually the Dogs might get the Tigers in that game on Sunday. I actually think they might get them. So yeah, coming off the win against the Eels, and yeah, the last I know the Tigers beat them last time, but it wasn't a bad game, and yeah, I think they'll be full of confidence, and I think they'll go all right. So yeah, that's about us this week, I think, guys. Anything else? Nothing in the chat. Yeah, Carrigan's an option. Blaze saying against the Storm, he could play a big game against the Storm there. I think that's about it. Yeah, so obviously with our round 17 options, I did run through them last week, but I'll just run through them again. Like, the Cheese and McGuinness, obviously at dummy half, their options there. IPAP's probably your best option up front row for this buy round for round 17, and obviously you got Clem if you're looking for a front rower in the back row. There's been some talk about Colin Matangi in the back row for the buy, and obviously Talakai. In the halves, obviously Nico. Jerome Hughes from the Storm could be an option if you're looking for a half-back for that round 17 bye, or Moses as well in the halves. If you're looking to go that way, a lot of people saying, is Munster a trade out? Looking to bring in someone like an Ezra or something like that, and then look to chase Munster for the round home. And there's some talk he hasn't played the last round of the season for 4 or 5 years, so that might be something you want to think about in your trades too. Personally, I'm going to hold him. He's a new man. Obviously, he's off the drink. Had his hair cut. Benny in the chat, they're just saying Hughes is a great pod. So I was just mentioning him there. So there's an option there, guys. Obviously 5'8". You got Cody Walker and Dylan Brown. They're probably your two options for 17, and probably going forward as well, other than Munster. They're probably your two other blokes there. What else have I got here? Centre wings, guys. There's a whole ton of blokes that you could pick from. So obviously I've gone Campbell Graham this week just for his base. He's on that left side of the Rabbitohs, and they're looking a bit sharper than what they were earlier in the year. Not as good as they were last year, but a bit better. So I've brought him in this week for Aiken. So obviously you got Talakai, Lomax. Herbie Farnworth written there, but he's out I think this week. I think there's another new fella. Oh no, Branko Lee, I think, is come in for Herbie this week. So he can option. I think he's only cheap too, Branko. So if that's someone you might be looking at, not me personally, but that could be an option for you. For anyone, who wants to do that, go that way. Obviously Trell's been set back a bit. Another couple of weeks, he won't be available for Origin 2. Latrell's not an option. Stags also, buggered shoulder, probably not an option either. But then you got all them all the backline from the Sharks. You could name any of them: Katoa, Mulatalo, Ramian, all them blokes. They're all options for that round 17 bye. Sivo, he's an option. He's probably going to drop some cash now with that shit score on the weekend. Just keep your eye on him there and see how he goes going forward, guys. Obviously Garner with the duel from the Tigers there, and looks good. He could be an option for that round 17. He could be someone I look at actually. I'm just not sure if he's a keeper going forward after round 17. And I don't know if I want to burn trades getting him in and then trading him back out. So he could be an option there if that's something to think about, guys. And then obviously AJ, he's got no base, so the Rabbitohs are going shit. He's going to be going shit. He's got to be scoring tries to score points, but he has had a big few weeks. He scored 4 or 5 tries in the last 2 weeks, and maybe even 6. He might have got a hat trick in the last 2 weeks, maybe. He's someone you can look at. He just doesn't have that base. That's why I've went at Campbell Graham. He's got a bigger base, and that's why I went that way. Then you got obviously at fullback Pappy. If he doesn't go to Origin, obviously he's not playing this week, which I was disappointed. I thought he might play this week and play maybe reduced minutes coming back from injury and maybe score a 40 or 50 and drop some cash. And be easier for me to get in next week for round 17 if he's not playing Origin. I'm guessing he's not going to play Origin now. Not playing this week. He's going to have one game under his belt before he goes to Origin. He'll play one game next week, and then he'll be in the Origin. So I don't think he will go to Origin now. I don't think Freddie will take him in, although he might. He did, I think, with Cameron Murray. I think he did that. For game 1, I think Murray played one game and went straight to Origin, so he might do that. I didn't think he would, but maybe he will. So just keep an eye on that one, guys. And then obviously you got Gutho at fullback, could be an option for that round 17 coverage. Obviously Nico, if he's not 18th man at the Blues, and Will Kennedy could be an option. A lot of people talking about Kennedy. I'm not sure on break-evens and things like that. He might be someone you need to probably bring in this week or next week, maybe with his break even and stuff like that. You'd have to check that out with all these guys too. I haven't got that stuff written here, but yeah. So there's sort of where we're looking, guys. Like I said, anyone I've missed there, just bring up in the options in the comments, and yeah, I'll bring them up next week. But that's sort of where I'm looking at. For Blade, I think Blade, when Blade, if you're still there, write down your comments, mate, in the trade, your trades in the comments, and I'll just bring them up, mate. But yeah, I think he followed Benny. I think he followed your advice, mate, and I think he went Thompson to who'd he go? Oh, he might have nuffed. Oh no, traded Thompson and moved Talakai up or something maybe, and then brought in Grant Anderson from the Storm. I think Blade made that move. Jumped early on Anderson, and I think he went, which give him the funds to go Starling, I think it was, to Grant. So he brought Harry Grant back in and traded Starling. So I said I didn't really like the Grant Anderson trade, but when it give him the funds to bring Harry Grant in, you can sort of cop that one. So I'm pretty sure that's the way he went, Blade, if you're still there. I think that's the way he went, mate. So yeah, they're Blade's trades. I think he's sitting about 7,000th or something around there, somewhere around there. I think he's sitting around there somewhere, Blade. So he's just been making green arrows slowly sneaking up, and I'm slowly going backwards. So yeah, red arrows for me last couple of weeks, guys. If you're just tuning in, I'm sitting about 801 at the moment. We're still in the top 1,000 and top 1% overall. Still better than I've ever been, and got a bit dirty on myself because I have dropped a long way in the last couple of weeks. I was sitting 57th overall before the bloody stupid round 13 bye burnt me arsehole, and then I went down to 500th or something in 1 week, and then another 400 spots to 800th this week. So that's where I'm at, guys. But I'm hoping for a bit of a comeback in round 17. I don't think, because I had 10 players for round 13 as well. I sort of aim for 10 players for round 13 and 10 for round 17. Both buys will try and have around 10 players. But yeah, this coming 17, I don't think there's a lot of people in round 13 that had 13, 14, 15 players playing. So I got burned a bit there, but I don't think I'm going to get burned as much in 17. I think sort of the average is going to probably be around that 8 to 10 sort of players, especially in that top sort of 1,000 people, because people aren't going to want to be burning trades to bring blokes in that they're going to have to get back out after 17. So I'm hoping, I'll sort of hold my own through 17, and then I'll have a strong run home. That's sort of the hope, guys. So yeah, so that's about us this week. Thanks for tuning in, people. Hopefully we get Blade back next week. But yeah, I've been doing a little bit of research on some stuff, guys, so I can work out our podcast a little bit, our live streams a bit better. I'm gonna I've sort of got it worked out. I'll run through some trials, but I've sort of got it worked out where I can invite some guests now, and get some blokes in on their video chats on their phones, and get them into our stream. So I'll be looking to do that, and I'll be looking to just not get your blokes that are in the blokes that are on everybody else's podcast that you see in the top. I'll be looking to get your average Joe Blow, and just getting him to come on and have a chat. I'll get a couple of my mates and a couple of the boys from the chat, out of the BJ chat. Anyone else that wants to show their head in amongst that stream, I've hit a few blokes up and they said, nah, don't show my head. Benny, we don't want to see Benny's head. He's already said that. But yeah, anyone else, Hayday probably gets first crack at it if I get it working and up and going. He's a fellow Parramatta Eels fan, so he obviously gets first crack. If he wants to show his head up, we'll get Hayden on 1 week. And just get a few of the boys running through their opinions, and it's just good to get your opinions on everybody and how they're going. Different ranks, people play the game a different way. depending on where you're ranked and how your team's set up, and etc. etc. So yeah, we'll look forward to going forward, and bigger and better things next year. Obviously, we'll work some things out in the off season, and yeah, we'll get some more things happening next year. So yeah, but yeah, jump over to YouTube if you're watching on Facebook. Like and subscribe, guys. Get our subscriptions up. We need at least 50 to do proper lives without all this these bloody programs and shit I've got to run through to do all this shit. So yeah, get amongst it. Like and subscribe. Like I said, we're only new. We're just starting. So it'll only get bigger and better for us. And yeah, we could see a name change next year, guys. But we'll run through that towards the end of the year. I'll throw up some of the options that we're looking at, and yeah, we're looking to do a couple of little different things, and yeah, maybe just a little. We might be looking to visit some people next year and do some podcasts from people's homes, and have them on our stream from their place, and we'll go to their place. So that's one option we got. But yeah, I won't say too much just yet, guys. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Make sure you jump over, like, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, like it there. Share it out, guys. Get amongst it. Thanks for watching. Go the Eels. Fuck the Roosters.